Hi, I'm John and this is Up for Excel. So one of the things you're going to need to do before you do anything to do with any charts is you need to get your data laid out in a sensible way. So what I've got here is keeping this very simple at the moment, some basic data where I've got periods of the year. So I've got a couple of old prior years, and by quarter I've got the sales figure and the profit number. And we want to turn this into some kind of a chart. Now, it's pretty important that the data is grouped together, so you've not got blank columns in between, for example, you've not got blank rows or anything. You want to get your data looking like this so that you can, for example, just highlight it and it's all sort of self-contained. Get the columns titled in the way that you want, get the rows titled in the way that you want, and you're really good to go. So here goes. That's definitely in less than 1 second, wasn't it? Right. Okay, so what did I do there? Well, I simply pressed F11 because F11 is a shortcut key to produce a chart sheet with your chart, and then we can manipulate it from there onwards. Now, just show you one other tip, because you can also highlight the area and push Alt F1, and that will produce a chart in the same sheet that you're currently in. Now, that can often be what you want to do. Now, I'll just go through one other point, because maybe you want to do this manually. You want to do it a more difficult way as possible. So I'm just going to delete that chart there so it doesn't confuse things. So say, for example, we do the same thing with just the sales. So we've got our sales chart, but we then we've now been given the profit numbers and we want to add them on. So you'll see that as soon as you have a chart selected, so a new toolbar appears. I'm just going to move that over there so we can make it a bit larger. So in the design toolbar, the select data button. So if you click on the select data, you can see you've automatically got your chart range, and it's coming up here, and it's showing it sort of highlighted. Now we could just change that chart range to there. Sorry, to here, for example, right? And then you can see the chart is automatically updating above to now include the profit. So incredibly simple. But if the profit was somewhere else, for example, we could if we leave that how it was, we can manually add a series, and we can either type in a name, or in this case, I'm just going to click on the name, and then again on the series values, we click on that button and we just highlight the numbers that we want to add, and you can see straight away it's put them on, and we're back in the same kind of position that we were in a minute ago. So we'll do okay. Now you can see that it's recognized this area, that these areas are all connected, so it's just joined them up, and we're there anyway. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit subscribe for plenty more tips and tricks on Up for Excel, and I'll see you soon.